Good evening, this is Sean Gwill with Paradise Veggies. It is Monday, December the 17th. I'm here in the garden and I'm going to do a video for you guys on crop rotation or bio-intensive planting. When I first got into gardening, and even still now, I found it very, very hard to try to perfect or basically grow 3 plants in the same area all at the same time. And what I mean is you have heavy producers, right, which are going to be your beans, any type of legume, I guess that's a bean too, your heavy feeders, which are all your really big vegetable crops. So your tomatoes, your corn, potatoes, even peppers are considered heavy feeders. And then you have your light feeders, which are your leafy greens, your lettuces, carrots, root vegetables, and whatnot. So maybe before you get into trying to plant a bean with a pumpkin with a corn, you might just want to try to grow all of them very close, right? A couple feet of beans, a couple feet of corn, and a pumpkin. And then once you really have perfected and understand that plant and how much sun it needs, how much water it needs, then try to introduce planting more than one vegetable together. It's something I still struggle with. The other thing, so maybe the first, I guess, planning that you'll want to do with your garden is really separate it into basically 3 areas in your mind, right? And know what you've planted where. And then the next season, just don't plant that same plant there. And it can really be as simple as that. The other thing that you'll very, very quickly learn with gardening is, especially as you become better and better and better, your plants are going to become bigger and bigger and bigger, and that's going to require more and more trellising or support. So, although I'm not the biggest fan of caging or the caged supporting systems, they do work. One of the things you're going to want to do is buy the absolute biggest cage that you can get from your big box store, and that's going to be sufficient. The small cages are just not even close. This trellising system is something really I kind of developed by using a couple different techniques that I found online. Right, so I have a white supportive trellis, and then I have this concrete cloth in the middle that I grow up the plants. From this angle you can see it, right? This tomato plant is well over 7 feet tall, and from the inside of the bed it's grown at least 5 feet. So I don't know too many cages that you can find that are going to stand once you've pushed them into the ground and once they start to compress under the weight of the plants at over 5 feet. What else? The other thing, and I know I've highlighted this in a couple videos before, is I try not to take anything out of the garden that I'm not going to eat. So, what that means is you can see right here, I've put some peppers back here in the garden. They started to get shriveled up. I know I'm not going to eat them. What that's going to do is it's basically just going to recycle all those nutrients to the next plant. Some people will say, well, if you have a disease on your plant, you don't want to put it in there because you're just going to spread it. That's probably true. However, if your plant has a disease on it, it's probably because there's some nutrient deficiency in the soil, and you have other problems on your hands besides, you know, spreading the disease to other plants. Once I started doing that, that really helps with soil composition because you're maximizing all the organic material that you're putting in there. If you can see from my garden, most of the time I can't even, it's usually about, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches before you get down to dirt. I didn't get it, what composting really meant until I watched a couple other videos online and saw people that were planting in 100% compost with no soil. So I hope those little how-tos helped you guys. Go ahead and post, comment, subscribe. Have a wonderful evening.